Spoilers for the week of November 24th, 2025. 'Tis the season for big trouble. In Young and Restless, latest spoilers for the week of Monday, December 1st, through Friday, December 5th. Kane's past and present collide. Victor takes on not one but two adversaries, and Audra may finally have pushed Claire too far. Read on for the details on these teasers and a whole lot more. Young and Restless spoilers for Monday, December 1st. We may never know what a day without Victor attacking an enemy is like. Not Monday, anyway, as he twirls his mustache and sets a trap for Kane. While Victor is fighting Kane, Phyllis and Lily take the gloves off to fight over him, as eager as ever to safeguard John's legacy. The Abbotts strategize to protect Jabot. Young and Restless spoilers for Tuesday, December 2nd. Distracted from business for a hot minute, Victor receives distress call from Los Angeles. Adopting a go big or go home motto, Jack makes a bold move to protect Jabba. Audra has never been a quitter, so we suppose we shouldn't be surprised that she pleads her case to Nate again. Young and Restless spoilers for Wednesday, December 3rd. Well, this ought to be epic. Victor confronts his family's latest tormentor, Matt Clark, and not a moment too soon, either, because Sharon and Nick find themselves backed into a corner. As for Sienna and Noah, the illicit lovers plot their escape from the villain's clutches. Young and Restless spoilers for Thursday, December 4th. In what promises to be a singularly action-packed episode, Victor turns the tables on an enemy as Matt Clark forces Noah's hand. Young and Restless spoilers for Friday, December 5th. Victor's not gonna like this. Jack trusts his former and his nemesis, current wife Nikki, with a secret. As Diane and Kyle dig for dirt on Victor, might we suggest that they pick up a copy of Ruthless? We've always heard it's a real page-turner. Audra should know better by now than to push Claire's buttons. This time, Victoria's daughter blows her stack with the pot-stirrer. A week Genoa City won't forget. December arrives, not with holiday cheer, but with a storm so intense it shakes the lives of nearly everyone in Genoa City. Secrets break loose, rivalries reignite, loyalties crack. In other words, a normal week in Wisconsin's most dramatic town. But even for Genoa City, this week is different, because this week, past sins rise from the grave, master manipulators make their big move, and a young woman pushed to her limit finally snaps. Let's begin with the man standing on the fault line, between who he is and who he used to be. Kane, the ghost. He never outran Kane. Ashby had spent years trying to build a future, free from the lies that once defined him. The city had seen him at his best and his worst, and in between. Being a father grounded him, love saved him, time humbled him. But time also brings consequences. On Monday morning, Kane stood outside Jabba Cosmetics, coffee cooling in his hands, staring across the street at a woman who looked like she had crawled straight out of the ashes of his former life. Her name, spoken only in his nightmares, escaped him in a whisper. Lena Harwood, the one person who knew the version of Kane he'd vowed never to be again. She approached with the slow, confident grace of someone who still held the matchbook for the bridges they once burned. "Well," she said, sunglasses sliding down her nose, "you didn't think I'd let you live happily ever after, did you?" Kane felt his stomach twist. He hadn't seen Lena in nearly a decade. Not since the cover identities, the forged passports, and the final job gone horribly wrong. Not since he'd disappeared to save himself. And now she was here in Genoa City, threatening the very life he'd pieced together. "What do you want, Lena?" Kane asked. "Nothing complicated," she answered. "Just repayment." "For what?" She smiled. "For saving your life." Across town, Victor Newman stood in his office at Newman Enterprises, reading a financial report with the tightened expression of a man who knew treachery when he smelled it. He'd lived long enough to recognize patterns, minor financial inconsistencies, odd boardroom voting blocks, a sudden uptick in rumors, and now, two names circled him like vultures. One was expected, an old enemy trying a new strategy, but the second was family. Victor slammed the report closed. Damn fools think they can come after me at the same time. He'd been attacked before. He'd been betrayed before. He'd been underestimated before. None of those stories ended well for his adversaries. Before he could summon his assistant, his office door opened and in stepped the first tormentor of the week, Adam. Not an enemy, not exactly a friend, not exactly anything. The man who walked in carried a tension so heavy it pulsed off him. "We need to talk," Adam said. Victor narrowed his eyes. "I'm guessing this isn't a social visit." Adam tossed a folder on Victor's desk. That second adversary you're dealing with, Adam said. You're not going to like who it is. Victor opened the file. His jaw set like stone. So, he murmured, it's finally come to this. Audra makes a fatal mistake at the ranch. Audra Charles waited in the great room, tapping her heel against the polished hardwood floor with impatience that edged into agitation. She was good at manipulation, excellent at ambition. World class at weaponizing secrets. But she'd never truly mastered Claire. Claire Grace was sweet, yes. Vulnerable, yes. Still healing, yes. But beneath that surface was steel. People forgot that part. Audra certainly had. So when Claire entered the room carrying a folder of holiday charity plans, she didn't expect a war. Claire, Audra said smoothly, I need you to sign off on an update to the Newman family interview list. Claire blinked. Interview list. Just a short feature. Harmless, really. Human interest stuff. I put your name down. Claire frowned. Audra, I told you I wasn't ready for. Yes, Audra interrupted, waving her hand dismissively. But ready or not, your story sells, and the Newmans need a sympathetic face. Claire stiffened. That's not your decision. Audra moved closer, a predator sensing weakness. You owe them, Claire. You owe all of us what the Newmans did for you. Claire stepped back, eyes flashing. I owe them gratitude, not exploitation. Audra laughed, a sharp, cutting sound. Oh, don't be dramatic. If all it took to help a family that saved you was sitting for a few pictures and answering some tender questions, you'd do it. Unless, she let the pause slice the air. Unless you're hiding something you don't want the world to know. Claire's chest rose and fell. Rapid, controlled, barely audible. Didn't notice the shift, but anyone who knew Claire's trauma would have recognized it instantly. Pushed too far. Pressed too deep, triggered. You have no idea what I'm capable of, Claire whispered. Audra smiled smugly. Try me. And with that, she sealed her fate. Kane's world cracks open back in town. Kane and Lena found themselves inside a small corner booth of crimson lights. The one place Kane thought he could keep his composure. He was wrong. Lena slid a flash drive across the table. I need you, she said, for one last job. Kane's jaw dropped. Absolutely not. You don't have a choice. He laughed without humor. I left that world. And that world, Lena said, leaning in, never left you. Kane stared at her. What's on the drive? Information, files, evidence. Her voice lowered. Things that will bring a very powerful man to his knees. But I can't move it without you. Kane pushed the drive back. No. Lena slid it toward him again. You want to keep your peaceful little life. Your kids. Your precious reputation. Then you're going to help me. Kane's blood went cold. Don't involve my family. Lena smirked. You involved them the moment you walked away from us.